Hi, and welcome to Motomouth. Now, back in October 2019 on Motomouth episode 55, we compared overall tread life and wear patterns on Dunlop's then new Roadsmart III versus various Michelin Pilot Road tires. And I dedicated a portion of that report to explaining that comparing tire mileage between riders is basically a fool's errand. There are simply too many variables to consider. Tire pressure, rider weight, rider style, the asphalt compound where the rider rides. It renders any comparison null and void unless these variables can be equalized. Now, in my old video, I did equalize these variables to a very high degree because my comparison was just me on this RT running the same long highway commute day after day for years. If you missed that episode, click the link below or just watch this summary that I'm going to show you next. But after that, I'm going to show you some new data that further proves my point that comparing tire mileage between riders is a fool's errand. As seen here, after 18,227 miles, the front Dunlop is well worn and moderately cupped, just now hitting the wear bars. By contrast, as you can see here, the front Pilot Road 4 GT after 13,292 miles is extremely cupped and completely bald in spots, far more wear than the Dunlop show. This is the rear Dunlop after 18,227 miles, now finally bald in the center strip. And this is the rear Pilot Road 4 GT after 13,292 miles, which still has some undetermined life left in it. Still, since tires are generally replaced as a set, the completely worn Pilot Road 4 GT front was the determining factor in replacement interval. Okay, so right after this old comparison video was shot in 2019, I replaced my original set of Dunlop Roadsmart 3s with another set of Dunlop Roadsmart 3s. And the bike had about 60,000 miles on it at the time. And right when I replaced the tires, my family moved so I could be closer to the office. So my commute went from 107 or so miles per day of highway on the old tires to 14 miles round trip through suburbia on the new tires. Meaning my style of riding went from high-speed commuting to mostly weekend back roads and slow-speed commuting through suburbia to get to work. Now, we know from the 2019 video that the original set of Dunlop Roadsmart 3s lasted an admirable 18,227 miles of high-speed commuting before being replaced. Now I'm going to show you how long the same brand and model of tire lasted when used mostly for weekend loops and short-distance commuting. Okay, we've got the Dunlops here with almost 11,000 miles. We've got cords showing. The middle of the tire is completely worn out. The sides are also pretty bald. I was trying to line up the replacing the tires with the services right before the big trip from New Jersey to Texas, so I really let these things live well past their expiration date. Okay, and here's the front Dunlop. Same amount of mileage. It is severely cupped and basically, for all intents and purposes, a racing slick at this point. Way, way, way past when it should have been retired, but it just gives you an idea of wear patterns at this mileage around town. Shocking, isn't it? Surely you saw that the Roadsmart 3s, which lasted over 18,000 miles on the highway, were in far better condition than the Roadsmart 3s, which were toast and under 11,000 miles, riding weekend loops around New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania. Same guy, same bike. But it's the style of riding in this case which made an incredible difference in overall tire longevity. Now, this isn't in any way an insult to the Dunlops. There's no reason to believe that they wouldn't have handily outlasted the Michelin Pilot Roads around town as they did on the highway. But it is to say this: on all those forums where riders are bragging about or complaining about tire mileage, take it all with a grain of salt the size of Texas for obvious reasons. I could be the guy getting 18,000 commuting on the highway. I could be the guy getting under 11,000 blasting around the back roads. And speaking of Texas, that's where I'm filming this right now. My family relocated here to sunny San Antonio a few months ago, and this weather is just tailor-made for motorcycling. I replaced the worn Roadsmart 3s you just saw with Roadsmart 4s before riding the RT from New Jersey to Texas, and I'll report how long these last next. Now, I don't have a long commute in Texas, but there's plenty of pleasure riding, including on surfaces we didn't have in New Jersey, such as chip seal roads and light gravel. I'll let you know how these Dunlop Roadsmart 4s hold up as soon as they wear out. Until next time, keep the shiny side up, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel
for more of your favorite Moto gear reviews.